Casey's Audio Vault.
Barry Kerch from Shinedown.
June 23rd, 2009. Power 97 presents Rock on the Range this Saturday at the stadium. One of the bands that's going to be there, one out of 16 bands that will be there, is Shinedown. And we have their drummer, Barry Kerch, on the line. We're looking forward to the show. But you've done this before. How did the one in Columbus go?
It went great. It was a great time. This is the second time we've done it in Columbus, but I can't even count how many times we've played Columbus in general. So it was a great time this year. Lots of people, lots of guys and girls having fun, and wouldn't trade it for anything. It's always good to play festivals and have a good time.
Well, it looks like we'll get some pretty good weather. So even though it's rainy right now in Winnipeg, I think Saturday is going to be nice and sunny.
Awesome. I like sun.
When I interviewed a singer, Brent, a while back, and he was saying that you're the guy in the band who's the beer and food connoisseur.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Do you like being on the road, being in different cities, try different restaurants?
I love it. I love to be able to try different foods, different cuisines based on the culture, and then also different beers. I mean, it's amazing now in the States and in Canada, the micro brew movement and how many different beers there are out there, and how many people are trying to just do different things, and also going back to the older recipes and trying to make, traditional German lagers and Kolsches and things like that, or Trappist-style ales. So pairing that with food, we stayed at a nice hotel here in Vancouver, and the restaurant was absolutely amazing. It was a place called YEW, and the food was really, really good. So it's nice to try all those different things, and then also being over here on the West Coast, there's plenty of seafood to be had, northern salmon and stuff like that, which is always good. Well,
in Winnipeg, you got to try. We got a microbrewery called Half Pints.
Half Pint. I like it.
Yeah, and they got a bunch of different kinds. They got an IPA and a stout and all of that. And since you're going to be in the prairies, you can have some a bison steak with it.
I would eat the hell out of a bison steak. That'd be great.
Are you mostly a guy that goes to restaurants, or are you a cook at home? Do you have got a nice big kitchen?
I don't have a big kitchen at home, but I have a nice kitchen, and yeah, I do cook a lot at home. When I'm home, I never, ever, ever go out. On the road, you have to go out, but at home, I can just sit at home and cook for the wife, and it's awesome. And then on the road, we also have grills out here, and a lot of times we grill and do different things on the bus as much as you can. There's not exactly a full-service kitchen on a bus, but we do the best we can with our limited means and have a good time.
How was Europe? Because you said you just kind of got back from there. How's the cuisine over there?
It's good. You have to be an adventurous eater because there are a lot of different things over there, and if you're used to just North American foods, it can be daunting at times. There's some crazy stuff like pork tartare that I don't recommend anybody to eat.
That would be raw pork?
Yeah, that'd be raw pork, and it's not that good, so stay away from that. Be careful what you order in Germany. You never know. So you got to be adventurous, but there's a lot of good foods over there, especially when you get into like the UK. They're notorious for their Indian food. There's a lot of Indian immigrants there, so you can get a lot of great Indian food. And then in Germany, you can get the traditional sauerkraut and Wiener schnitzels and stuff like that, which are all good. But really, you have to go out and explore. When I get to a hotel or anything like that, I just go to the concierge and say, hey, where's a local place? I don't want to go to McDonald's. I don't want to go to an Americanized place. I don't want to go to the tourist trap. Where's a local place? Where would you go eat and take your family to on a Sunday on the weekend? And they usually give a pretty good tip.
Shinedown's been busy on the road. Have you guys had a chance to think about the next record? Is that something that goes through the mind when you're on the road?
I think it's somewhere hidden there in the back of the mind, but we really haven't talked about it too much. We still have a lot of work to do on this record and a lot of touring to do on this record. There's constantly writing going on the road, especially Eric, the bass player, and Zach do a lot of writing. Brent and myself don't do as much on the road. For some reason, we've always been this way. We can't focus on it. We focus on the show and on touring, and then when we get off the road, we focus on writing. I guess we're not multitaskers in that respect, but the other guys are writing, and there's the constant thought of the next record, but we probably won't be getting started on it until 2011, I would imagine.
I saw there was an interview in Kerrang, and Brent, the singer, said he heard from someone in the Soundgarden camp that there was going to be a reunion. Is there a connection there? Do you know anything about this?
We know friends of friends. I mean, very basic acquaintances, but we heard, that was probably a couple months ago, that there's the possibility of a reunion, and I think there probably will be, but it's not substantiated by any means.
That'd be pretty cool.
I would love that. I'd love to see Matt Cameron slamming with those guys again.
This is sort of a beginner question, but I was kind of drawing the lines in between the name of the band, Shinedown, There's a Godsmack song called Shinedown, and then there's a Alice in Chains song, Godsmack. Is there a line that you can draw between those bands?
No, it has nothing to do with either band, though. We like to say Godsmack got the inspiration from us, even though that's not true. We're good friends with Sully, but Shinedown came from a painting that was hanging on a friend of ours' wall. We said it'd be nice if there was a light shining down on that painting when we were looking for band names, and then it kind of came from that, but it really fits the message and the spirit of the band. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. The lyrics are about overcoming a lot of the times and personal reflections, so it fits the band very well, but it's, it doesn't have a Godsmack or Alice in Chains reference.
It would be pretty cool if we had Soundgarden reunites. Alice in Chains, they got a new album coming out in September. It would be great to see some sort of tour in 2011.
I would tour with any of those bands at any time. They're legends in my mind, and a huge influence on me during my high school and college years.
It's pretty insane how Shinedown's year has been going, because Second Chance really exploded, and it's a bit of a crossover hit because you can hear it on pretty much any radio station. Was that sort of strange for you hearing yourself in new arenas?
It's very strange, but what's cool about it is it's also turned me on to new music. For a long time, I guess I was jaded and I didn't listen to pop radio or anything like that. And being put on with your Lady Gagas and your Kelly Clarkson and your Black Eyed Peas, you listen to it because you're excited and you want to hear your song on those stations. So then you start listening to new music. So it's kind of been a good thing in some respects, even though they're guilty pleasures. And a lot of people go, how can a rock band listen to those bands? A good song's a good song. And it's been a trip. It's been a really great ride. I can't say enough how happy and lucky and humble we are and how much it means to us. We're just glad that the song has connected with people and that we're able to continue doing what we're doing.
We're talking to Barry Kerch. He's a drummer in Shinedown. You can see them this Saturday at Rock on the Range Canada at the stadium. Tickets as low as $30. Barry, thank you so much for coming on the Rock Report.
My pleasure. Anytime.
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at Power97.com. Casey's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.